every bout of hers was easy. She won by wide margins except one. And she was almost eliminated in the round of 16 by Fan Boyi of Hong Kong, China. She squeaked out a victory 13-12. She finds a way to win.
What about the form of Ella Calise? She's impressed today.
She looked really good, and I saw her about to get here, and she won impressively.
At the very best, I think 15-6.
It was a big one. Strong on the blade there is Calise, clearly looking for blade actions, although in infighting we know LIU is very strong.
Actually, para riposte over the top. And that lead established by LIU.
São três nesse treino, são 3 minutos para eles fazerem a quantidade de pontos, entendeu?
Então, cada round é 3 minutos.
Cada round é 3 minutos. Para isso, o pessoal consegue fazer os
Not just an attack, that's a beat attack. Calise loves the blade.
São 15 total.
Entendeu? Quem fizer 15, acaba.
LIU tried a windmill counter riposte there, didn't hit. Attack in preparation. LIU quicker off the mark there. So LIU's found the timing on her last two attacks. She was hit in preparation previously. Oh, and tried a different angle there, came in from a side angle and surprised Calise. Body contact, core, it stops the action. Nothing new can start after the core. This is the same attack from the right by LIU that her previous one was. She did a lateral coupe, like a side cutover, and the question is whether she prepared. That's what the referee's going to take a look at here. There might have been a slight hesitation.
Thomas Grau going to the video of his own volition here. It looked to me attacked from the right, I've got to be honest.
That's what it looked like for me too.
That's what it looked like for Thomas Grau too.
So meanwhile, LIU, 2 of her 6 touches have been on that exact action. So Calise has got to figure that out. Now you have to figure LIU's going to feint on that action and maybe go to the shoulder.
Yeah, it's a typical lefty versus righty, righty versus lefty hit, isn't it? To come across and flick into the body, because it's quite difficult to parry if you do a cart parry, a windscreen wiper across the body. You have to go quite deep to block that flick around.
And she hasn't been able to. And Liu has figured out something on her attacking where she's able to get through Khaleesi's defense.
Well, if you look at Khaleesi's body position, she's much more crouched over, and that lends itself to that flick across the body.
One after another, it's the attack, and Liu's figured something out. It's up to Khaleesi now to either open the distance if she's getting hit on straight attacks like that. The beat attack is from the left, and then it was parried by Liu. So everything Khaleesi does is on the blade, and Liu knows that. So we were, I believe, tied at 3, and it just looked like we're not sure where this one was going. And all of a sudden, in that half a minute, 40 seconds or so, Liu has opened it up.
Active defense from Liu. Lee Kiefer from the USA pumping up and getting a bit more aggressive. It looks like this cadet junior cadre coming through have gone back to that more reserved, more patient approach. Why is that?
It really does look, I'm not sure why that is, but it is. And it's going to stay that way until you have one group of fencers who go back to the Arago type of bombastic attacks and let it fly. We don't see that often.
Probably led actually by Di Francesco from Italy. She was the one that started her off. Second period here, Jaelyn Liu leading 9-3.
So Liu knows that Khaleesi is going to attack, and that's why she's able to take that risk and just step in there like that. Same thing. It's too easy for Liu when she has this lead. Now she seems to be a little lighter on her feet here. Earlier on today in this round of 16 against Fan, it really looked like she had cement blocks on her feet. She's just having trouble moving, but she seems to, whatever was bothering her, she seems back to her old self now.
You know, she took a medical timeout. I didn't use all of it, but she was, I wouldn't say gasping for air, but she was clearly having a little bit of a problem breathing. She mentioned that to you when she was doing her interview after winning the junior title yesterday, that she had a bit of a cough. Yeah.
Not only that, like in our commentary booth, we're not really insulated. There's people all over the place, and Liu's mother was right next to me after the Fan match. I said, "What? You know what's wrong with her?" And she goes, "He had a horrible cough and barely slept last night."
She's certainly not sleeping now. 3 the score. A bit of adrenaline does. She's dancing around like it's the beginning of the day at the moment, Jaelyn Liu, and she is at the moment marching her way into world final for the second year in a row in the cadet division.
Liu missed in that attack, just a counterattack by Khaleesi. You can see Liu is upset at herself. She doesn't have to make commitments like that, take risks, but she wants to finish this bout and get to the gold medal bout as quickly as possible. What a nice riposte there.
So, one to go for a very dominant performance from Jaelyn Liu. United States of America will get represented, we knew that. Because these two are meeting, one of them was always going to make the gold medal match, and it has been lopsided.
Actually, all of Liu's bouts today were lopsided except the one against Fan.
Riposte fails, but keeping that defence tight. Jaelyn Liu pinned on the back line, but as Jeff said, she doesn't mind playing in defence now. The attack goes through from the right-hand side, and no contest there, really. Certainly not on the decision for the last hit, but at 15-4, that was a pretty impressive run from Jaelyn Liu.
It certainly was. It was 3-3. Not sure where this was going to go, but congratulations to Ella Calise and her coach Slava Grigoriev for a well-earned bronze medal.